Morning, you guys. All right, so the moon is currently still in Cancer. It is void of course right now, so it's transitioning over to Leo. All right, which is where lots of self-expression comes out. All right, it's to feel like a time to shine. All right, so here we have the energy of coming out of the energy of like the moon, right, and heading into the energy of basically the sun. Like the sun is rules over Leo as well as the fifth house. All right, so let's see what's coming up in this energy. Technically, anything that we do right now, it doesn't really, there's nothing that's going to really come out of anything that happens right now while the moon is transitioning. All right, so right now it's just a time of a pause is pretty much is what it is before we head into another sign. All right, I'm doing this reading at the hour of the moon. All right, while we're finishing up with the energy of Cancer. All right, and the moon has a lot to do with the feminine principles. All right, so it has a lot to do with the energy of the subconscious, the imagination. All right, it has a lot to do with like your feelings, your mood, your behaviors. Definitely has a lot to do with just the overall emotional space within, within self, within those that you're around, whatever. All right. Interesting that right now it's at the high number of 9. All right, so I'm just willing to tap into my intuition and see what comes up for me. All right, here I've pulled so far worry, love, and failure. All right, manifest. This is giving me overall, I've had these same cards in my other reading the other day when I pulled from my higher self oracle. If you're worried about something pertaining to love because you feel like it failed, start manifesting new. And that's that. Like, no bullshit. Like, literally, we have Mercury in Capricorn today. All right. It's time for us to start communicating directly, like earth element, right? Just being very practical with what we need to communicate out there. All right. So, worry, love, and failure is what I have here. Okay. Obviously, if manifest is here, all right, it's asking to manifest new. I decided to pull my Angels of Abundance decks this morning. Let's see what comes out of here for these 3 energies. It just seems like a very harsh type of morning when it comes to communication, right? Like very straightforward, very direct, like no bullshit type of attitude. All right. Especially because the moon is in Cancer. So the feminines, careful with your attitudes. All right. Just know your boundaries. Let's pull one for worry. It says, bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree. Garden or sit under the stars or do some other activity to connect with the limitless with the limitless vastness. I don't know why I keep getting stuck. I mean, obviously, I always tell you guys, Mercury screws up communication, technology. It has a lot to do with, like, I've been stuttering for days. Normally, I read through my passages like it's nobody's business, right? But we're in, what is it, pre-shadow right now with retrograde, and Mercury in Capricorn, very, like, supposed to be direct. It's kind of giving me, like, ugh, I can't even talk right. All right. So I'm going to pull one for love. Let's see what this is. All right, so it is safe for you to receive. It says the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. All right, so again, be open to love, and it's okay for you to receive from others. All right, so failure. Let's see, what's failure all about? Moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. God willing. All right? God willing. Down at the bottom of the deck, release your resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. All right, so I'm waiting on my opportunity to come, and it's okay because I'm very patient. All right. I rather have things come to me directly than for me to chase, right? It's called manifest and not chase. Let's see here. Let's pull one from the moon cycle. I mean, we are at the hour of the moon. Alright. 1 second, guys. Let me just flip that baby around. Okay. What do we have here this morning for the energy being void of course right now? Coming out of Cancer, moving into Leo. Alright, so I'm a sun sign Aquarius. The moon is going to be moving into my 7th house, right? Of relationships and partnerships. And again, I have Mercury moving into Capricorn today, which is my 12th house. So lots of communication coming through the energy of my subconscious, I'm hoping. Okay. It should be straightforward, direct communication. All right, expect powerful change with the new moon eclipse. All right. And then we have new moon in Pisces down at the bottom of the deck. So Pisces is my 12th house. All right, so it could be very significant. Tuning into the energy of nature, being open to love and receiving. All right, and then also if you're feeling when it comes to moonlighting, having a certain career and then also having a job on the side that also brings in money, then it's time to start manifesting, right? And it also says release your resentments about money. All right, so not allowing the system of money control you, but knowing what it is that you need to open up to here. All right, so it says it will help you attract support and golden opportunities. All right, if you utilize money as a tool. All right, when I see money, I think of what is it that I truly value, and I don't think that overall money has value to me, which is interesting because again, I'm 6 planets in Capricorn, which is an earth sign. It's all about practicality for me, right? Yeah, but there's a transition here happening. All right, some powerful change happening when it comes to Pisces energy for today specifically. All right, so let's see. Have faith in your dreams. This is what I'm saying. It's almost like, why would you go work for a job that you absolutely don't adore, right? You don't love what you do there. I mean, obviously you got to do what you got to do, but it is what it is. Step out of your comfort zone. Energy of the North Node. All right, so the North Node at this time is in Aries. It's asking for you to start manifesting, for you to start taking action on what it is that you want to do in the near future. This is the future, North Node, right? It's like part of your divine life purpose, your destiny. All right, so North Node in Aries. Let's put that out there. Notice all the purple. I'm liking this a lot. I love when purple comes out for me because it just shows like the energy of the crown chakra. All right, so North Node, having faith in your dreams with the waxing crescent moon energy, which came out in my reading yesterday, as well as the solar eclipse was coming out in the reading yesterday. All right, lovely. Okay, what else do we have this morning? All right, a time to give rather than take with the new moon in Virgo down at the bottom of the deck. Communication is key with the new moon in Gemini. Interesting, 2 mutable signs here. All right, and we are with the sun in Sag right now, which is also a mutable sign. And we've seen the new moon in Pisces, the last mutable sign. All right, and then I have prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. So interesting, we have Taurus, Gemini, and Virgo. All right, and all of these energies came out new moon. Notice how we see expect powerful change with the new moon eclipse. Something new coming in for you. All right, new, and new. It could be pertaining to what you do for work. It could be pertaining to something you do involving communication, and that's what's meant to bring in some sort of prosperity for you. All right, here, expect powerful change. This is about you having faith in your dreams. All right, and heading towards the energy of your North Node. All right, so I see new, and new. All right, and there's the mutable moon energy here. Nothing's yet set in stone, which is pretty much the moon void of course energy. It's like nothing's going to come out of this situation just yet. Nothing is yet set in stone. There's new beginnings coming in. I've been getting new beginnings in my reading for the past week. All right, very significant to the overall energy. Let's see why. I'm just going to pull from the Astral Oracle here and see what's going on. All right, so worry, love, and failure. All right, so worry, go beneath the tree, meditate, stay outside, be extra grounded, right? Be open to love, be open to receiving. If you failed at something here, it's okay to continue to work on what you're working on here, but also maintaining something, you know, in which you're able to gain finances, but also releasing resentments about money. All right. Let's see. Why is this significant here? All of this newness. All of this newness. Wow. There's Leo's energy. So the moon moving into Leo could be very significant. All right. It is a time in which you are meant to shine. I just said that. All right. Down at the bottom of the deck is first house. It's Aries energy, so the North Node in Aries could be very significant. All right, it's where you are arrival. It's basically how you present yourself out to the world. And I said that yesterday was very significant. All right, so the first house being here significant to the fire energy. All right, we have Leo, we have Aries, and then again I said the sun is in Sag. Okay, let's see. All right, retrograde. Here we go. What's coming up? Mercury retrograde on December 13th. All right, so communication is going to be stirred up a little bit. All right, and the fact that it's in Capricorn, by January 1st, go back to the reading I did yesterday, it's going to be transitioning back into Sagittarius' energy. All right, I'm not sure exactly what day that happens, but once it goes direct, it will be back in Sag. Okay, let's see. All right, or this could be saying there's a review here of your first house, how you present yourself out into the world. If you have all of these new beginnings pertaining to how you want to come and be prosperous, you know, how you want to communicate, how you want to give rather than receive. All right, how are you meant to shine? All right, this is all a review coming up as well. And then obviously Mercury is how we communicate with each other, how we share ideas, things like that. All right, and there's North Node again. Wow. So I don't think the North Node is in retrograde at this time. Let me just double check. That's interesting. Where's my North Node? No, North Node's not in retro. All right, the only planets we have retrograde right now are Jupiter, Uranus, and I think it's Chiron that's still in retrograde. Oh, and Neptune. Okay, so the major planets, Neptune, Jupiter, and Uranus. All right, but all of these transits are going to be coming direct really soon. So we have Jupiter that's going to be direct on December 30th, the end of the month. I think Uranus is going to be going direct January 27th. All right, so within the next 2 months, these two planets in Taurus are going to be going direct, which has a lot to do with where your prosperity lies. All right, and Jupiter obviously is the planet of good luck, abundance, fortune. All right, prosperity. Yeah. Let's see. So the North Node in Aries, very significant. All right, I seen earlier, I was looking over the calendar for today's energy. All right, so there's a trine when it comes to the North Node in Aries. All right, Mars in Sag and the Moon in Leo. So that could be very significant as well. Yeah. All right. It's interesting because that's exactly what I got. North Node, whoa. Where is it? There we go. North Node in Aries. All right. Which is right here. The moon. The moon in Leo. And then we have right now the sun in Sag. Mars is in Sag. Sirius is in Sag. Mercury out of Sag and moving into Capricorn, which will then be going retrograde. All right, really soon. Okay. Interesting. Solar flares and Imam Koli. All right. Something pertaining to the energy being activated of the fourth house. Imam Koli is all about your origins, your inner feelings, how you grew up, your family dynamic, and that's because possibly where the moon is in Cancer at this time. All right, but we've been going through that energy for the past 2-3 days already. Yeah, more so about the 2.5 days. It's normally how long the moon stays in a sign. All right. Because we pulled manifest, I'm going to continue pulling from the Moonology decks. This one is my manifestation deck. Let's see what's meant to come out over these new moon energies here. I have the new moon in Virgo again, new moon in Gemini, and new moon in Taurus. All right. So the 6th house, very significant to being of service to others. It says a time to give rather than receive. All right. Speaks about your overall health and does speak about your daily routines. You know, the hard work that you put in every day. All right. New moon in Gemini speaks all about communication. All right, so being open to communicating, again, very directly. And the new moon in Taurus has a lot to do with your finances, as well as what you truly value here and what you find prosperous in your life. Okay, so let's go for Virgo first. Let's get one on the new moon in Virgo. All right, full moon in Pisces. That's interesting. All right, so if we have the new moon in Virgo, then that means this cycle includes the energy of the new moon in Pisces. I'm sorry, the full moon in Pisces. All right, which are opposing signs. And again, I said something earlier about the mutable energies. All right, having Sag, seeing Gemini, having Virgo, and now here's Pisces. All right, here it is, all mutable. All right, and then down at the bottom of the deck for this one, we had the mutable moon energy. Nothing is yet set in stone. New beginnings are coming. Okay. So let's put those guys together. It's a time to forgive as well. All right. That's what the card is saying. It's a time to be open to forgiveness. Every time I look at Pisces energy, Pisces is the last zodiac sign of the astrological wheel, right? And it always is a time for, I think of the ending of something, the completion of something, surrendering to something, right? Being open to forgiveness is what it is. All right. So, whatever it was that you were working really hard for here, maybe something didn't work out for you here. All right. Maybe you were worried. You needed to really tap into your grounded nature energy. All right. It's kind of what I was getting from the abundance cards. All right. Maybe it's time to be open to give rather than just receiving. All right, and open to forgiveness, if that's what I'm channeling here. All right, what is this all about with this new moon in Gemini? Communication. New moon in Gemini. All right, so first quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurities. All right, again, the moon in Cancer today could have heightened emotions when it comes to communicating, right? So if you feel insecure about anything, it's pretty much just moving forward. All right, and if you can't communicate in the proper way, just let it go. All right, just push through whatever it is that you're dealing with, especially, I said, the feminines today, Cancer energy. All right, the mothers. I know I had a rough morning this morning, but it's okay, right? I pushed through it. It is what it is. Gotta go. All right. With the new moon in Taurus, let's see what's happening overall with the energy of finances. Prosperity lies ahead. What's manifesting there? All right. What is manifesting with Taurus's energy here? All right. It says last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Interesting. What did I say? Last quarter moon was all about like surrendering. All right. Which is what's kind of, it's giving me just kind of surrender to the overall energies here. It's time for you to really push through anything that you're dealing with. Be proud of yourself for what you are working on. And again, release resentments about money. It says, yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. All right. Where does finances come from? From Taurus's energy. It says prosperity lies ahead, and be proud of yourself. All right. So if you're focused on whatever this moonlighting thing is, all right, and you feel that you failed, possibly because you haven't seen or gained anything recently, right? This could be saying, you know, continue working on what you're working on. All right. Not to give up on that. But obviously needing to have some sort of balance where you're able to help take care of bills and get obviously your essentials and things like that, right? Until this prosperity comes in for you. All right. So continue to be proud of yourself and don't allow others to bring you down. All right. So others may be trying to make you feel insecure because you don't have what it is that you need. Maybe you are a mother. All right. And maybe you're receiving the communication in a harsh way. All right. But you're headed towards your North Node. All right. This is how you want to face the world, and it's time for you to shine. So don't forget that. You are in a time of review right now with the energy of retrograde. All right. Expect powerful change. Have faith in your dreams and step out of your comfort zone and head to towards your North Node. It's very important overall to this reading. That's the energy I'm getting. All right. Find a balance with full moon and Libra on the bottom of the deck there. All right. Let's see here. Something definitely being activated in the energy. And I'm getting it's the fire elements that have a trine today, right? A trine is where you have, you know, good luck and fortune, and things are meant to be prosperous for you to start manifesting. All right. So overall in the energy, it should look like maybe in the past, all right, you were giving rather than receiving. All right, it's time just to forgive that energy. All right, it's time for you to really push through any insecurities when it comes to communication, especially because Mercury is in Capricorn today. And we have prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus and being proud of yourself. All right, it's very important with Taurus's energy right now, especially because I just spoke about those two planets, very significant planets being in retrograde there. All right, so Jupiter and Uranus. All right, Jupiter being the ruler of Sagittarius' energy as well as Pisces energy, and then Uranus being the ruling planet of Aquarius. All right, so those are kind of like the, how do I want to say it? It's more of like the ending of the astrological cycle. It's really hard when we come around with those planets, right? Sagittarius' energy is asking us to really be open, be optimistic. And then we have Capricorn's energy where it's asking us to be very direct and driven and ambitious. And then we have Aquarius' energy is like, oh no, wait, be a humanitarian, love everybody, right? Come together, let's collaborate. And then Pisces energy is like, oh my God, I'm all up in my head. And it's kind of like, no, you don't have to be, right? Just be open to receiving and giving as well in any way that you can. Doesn't necessarily have to be money, right? It says release your resentments about money. All right, and stay focused on your goal here because you have to have faith in your dreams. All right, expect some sort of powerful change, which again, the new moon eclipse that happened again was in Libra. All right, so it's definitely affecting a lot of the females, a lot of partnerships, a lot of contracts, a lot of relationships as well. All right, it's Venus's energy that we're in at this time with that eclipse. So it's really hard on being open to love, all right, because of all the difficulties we've had in the past. All right, it's just what I'm getting. Okay, so let's wrap this up real quick. I'll pull some tarot. We're at 23 minutes already. Okay. Just some energy of like encouragement this morning is what I'm being asked to pull, because you know it's always hard on trying to get through a certain process when you feel like you're not fully supported, right? But that's okay because you have to have faith. You have to have faith. Let's see here. What did I want, tarot? Alright, let's pull from the my Radiant Rider-Waite here. I just seen the Magician. And there's the Magician. Alright, I just seen the card Manifest. Alright. That was Gemini and Virgo's energy. Okay. I see Aries, I see Virgo. Sun in Aries, Mercury in Virgo. Okay. Maybe you're waiting again on some sort of like Ten of Pentacle energy. It's kind of like, where is my abundance, right? Crazy. feel as alive this morning as I normally do, right? Again, the moon being void, of course, is kind of like a blah moment. It's kind of what I'm getting. It's like a blah moment. All right. What is the core of the situation today, right? Like, the Cancer card is what got me, right? When it says, like, push through your insecurities, what could possibly be the energy of the insecurities today? Obviously, it's giving me something about communication and finances. All right. Here we go. Sun and Gemini, Ten of Swords. Maybe you feel betrayed. All right. Maybe you feel like you're over the harsh communication coming through. This is Gemini's energy. Ten of Swords is like you're over it, like you're done with it. All right. And here we have the Six of Wands, and that's like a yes card. It's like almost like you're over it. Okay. Here we have the High Priestess, which speaks about really tuning into the energy of your intuition. All right. Sun and Gemini does definitely speak about having open communication. Like, this technically is seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Like, here you have all of the darkness, but here it is, you know, coming into the light. All right. So maybe right now is a good time to really tune into the energy of the moon. All right. Because what you're going to be receiving is the messages you want to hear. Is kind of what I'm getting here. All right. Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury in Aquarius's energy is like very innovative. All right. The communication that comes through is just like in another world, right? It's like you have to astral travel to get there. Okay. It's definitely otherworldly. It's like if you're speaking to the aliens or something. Okay. What else do we have here? What's the challenge? What's the challenge with communicating? All right. And why is the energy of the moon very significant at this time? Mars and Gemini. See what I'm saying? Like, I feel that okay. All right. If you haven't been able to sleep at night, it's because I feel like your guardian angels, your ancestors, whoever your spirit guides are have been trying to connect with you telepathically. All right. And I feel that this may be you, right? Nine of Swords energy, Mars and Gemini, where here they are. It's like, come into union with me, right? I have messages for you. All right, notice how the two cups are here, and then you have this archangel here, and it's kind of like pouring that cup into each other, right? And then we have the Jupiter and Pisces energy, which is in its domicile energy. It speaks about having some sort of wish fulfillment, right? Jupiter in its